Today on the net, public discontent growing over recently approved tax reforms in the Dominican Republic. Environmental activists protest the construction of a man-made beach in Hong Kong. And the Pope is set to join the Twitter sphere. As we can see in these photos posted to Facebook, thousands of demonstrators returned to the streets of the Dominican Republic on Sunday to protest a tax reform approved by the Senate last week. The bill is expected to raise government revenue in an attempt to tackle budget deficit, but the tax hikes on everyday consumer products have provoked widespread public anger. Protests against the reform have already turned deadly. 21-year-old medical student Willie Florian was fatally shot by a police officer last Thursday during a rally on a university campus in Santo Domingo. The shooting sparked a national outcry and has strengthened protesters' resolve to continue their efforts. The so-called fiscal justice movement is being largely coordinated via the internet and features activists explaining why Dominicans reject these new taxes. In this online video, for example, government spending and corruption of the political class are blamed for the current budget deficit. There have been several scandals recently involving highly placed government officials. A criminal complaint has already been filed against former President Leonel Fernandez, who's been accused of tax fraud. It's unlikely it will be taken much further, which is why a group of NGOs are organising an alternative popular trial by a symbolic People's Court on November 21st. In recent months, environmental activists in Hong Kong have been protesting against a project to build an artificial beach at Lung Mei. And with construction work due to commence shortly, the tide of anger is steadily growing. As we can see from these shots recently posted to Facebook, thousands of demonstrators gathered around government buildings over the first weekend in November to urge the authorities to abandon the plans. The main argument put forward by green groups and environmentalists: the site chosen to erect the man-made beach is a natural habitat for more than 200 plant and animal species, some of which are already endangered species. And although much of the campaigning is taking place on the streets of Hong Kong, the protest movement has also moved online. Several Facebook pages have been set up condemning the project, which activists say will have devastating consequences on the region's biodiversity. The groups have drawn thousands of members, intent on convincing the government to change its mind. But the powers that be seem reluctant to accept the environmentalist demands. The authorities posted a statement online last week reiterating their intention to start building work on the artificial beach. Construction is set to get underway in the next few days and should be completed in 2014 before opening up to the public the following year. CIA Director General Petraeus unexpectedly announced his resignation on Friday after running the intelligence agency for the past year. The news has sparked lively debate online, with web users wondering what really prompted Petraeus to step down. Many feel having an extramarital affair doesn't warrant a resignation. Yes, some suspect there's more to this than meets the eye. The Vatican has announced the Pope will be joining the Twitter sphere before the end of the year. Although Benedict XVI won't write his own tweets, the messages will be taken from his speeches, and he will sign off on any posts written in his name. The announcement will no doubt be a great hit, with the 5,500 or so web users already following the Pope's page, launched back in spring. This video, produced by Eran Amir, is extremely effective, with black and white objects painted in various shades of grey turning to colour once they're handled. This original piece has a great poetic quality, and you can check it out in its entirety on all good video sharing platforms.
How? Oh, show me the way, show me the way, show me the way.